It's that time again. It is whiskey haul time.
One more until the end of the year.
One more. Let's see how we can do. Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are talking about our whiskey haul for the month of November.
Yeah, so it was a busy month.
It was a busy month, not just trying to get bottles and all that stuff, just a busy month in general.
Yeah.
But, I mean, honestly speaking, this is one of my better months I've had in a long time.
You did have a really great month.
I got some good bottles and some things I'm really happy that I got.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. So I'll go ahead and start. I'll just my first one. You can't ever go wrong with an Old Forester 117, and like I got this one at a store. They just happened to have one. A couple. They had a few of them sitting out, and so I grabbed one of them because I'm like, yeah, $60.
That's the bottle and bond, right?
Yeah.
So it's a funny story because I got like 5 of these this month.
It's just one of those.
What he's saying is correct. They were literally everywhere for a hot minute. So I'm like, I like these bottle and bonds a lot. They don't quite live up to my expectation I had for them this year, but they are still legitimately every bit as good as what you'd hope for in a 117. They're just not very tippy top, but there was a lot of them that went around this year.
Yeah, for sure.
So
enjoyed it. Do you want to have a more low carb diet? I know for myself, I do. And noodles have been kind of out of my plan for a while until I found today's sponsor, Emmy.
Emmy is a tasty way to cut carbs from that diet so you can feel better every day. This is a high protein, low carb, vegan ramen, which allows you to stay fuller longer, have energy, and keeps you on track for your health goals.
I know for my wife and I, we have kind of started to kind of eat healthier.
Well, it is about that time of year to get on.
It really is. Yeah, this is actually the wrong time because everything good that you eat comes out now.
Fair.
But my wife and I have really started to try to track our calories, exercise, eat better. And I know Emmy has kind of helped us stay on track with our calorie intake and our protein intake and stuff like that. And so it's been a really good insertion into our diet. So it's been cool to have that be a part of what we're eating these days.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So go to emmyeats.com/Bourbon Kingdom or by clicking the link in the description to get 15% off your first order. This is emmyeats.com/Bourbon Kingdom to get 15% off your first order.
So try Emmy for yourself and see what ramen should be.
I say this month.
My next one is a Redwood Empire Lost Monarch. Now, if you know that we're in this area, the area that we find ourselves, these are the harder ones to find for me. I know you can find them every once in a while, but Pipe Dream is the easiest one for us to find around here.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Yeah, there's a ton of Pipe Dream.
Our Michigan buddies, Rob, hooked me up. He bought a couple up in Michigan and muled them down here for me. So this is one of the two. This is the Lost Monarch. So I'm super stoked about that one.
He's such a sweetheart.
He is.
All right. Next one up, Kelvin 60. You can turn that phone off.
Just putting it on theater mode.
It never fails.
Never.
So I don't know if we'll drop the review by the time we have this out. It'll be close.
It'll be close.
So I won't spoil it. If we haven't, I won't say it for the review. If we have reviewed it by then, I'll drop in the links below.
Well, and if you've watched our Advent at all, you know that this was in our Advent.
That is true. We did get this. We did enjoy it in Advent. Kind of took us by surprise.
It really did.
Because we were like, this is Heaven Hill. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. It totally wasn't.
No.
But we'll talk more about it because this does come from a Legacy Distillery here in Kentucky. that we believe so with the mash bill, but this is really, really good.
Yep.
My only complaint was it took like almost 2 months to get this bottle.
Yeah.
But outside shipping issues, it was great.
Not too bad. And then I'll follow up my first Redwood Empire with my second one. And just know that, like, these are, the Emerald Giant is awesome. And again, hard to get in our area. So anytime my Michigan buddies,
they're findable.
Yeah, they are findable, but not where, like, they're never in liquor barns when I go in liquor barns.
You just gotta drive around and check out
I ain't got time for all that. It's got limited time.
If stuff doesn't fall into his lap.
True. True.
All right, next one. Antique store pick. This is from Cox's. So normally, not the biggest fan of Buffalo Trace store picks outside stag. Did try this one. Really enjoyed this one. I think it's funky and different.
Oh, good.
Which I really enjoy. So to me, totally worth being able to get one. So, and I just realized too, I normally have a couple of these open just for when people come over or if somebody needs a sample of something. I don't have any more of these open. So I was like,
might need to pop that one open.
Also, I'm going to throw this out here too. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Because my buddy Tim and I talked about this too. Everybody does Weller foolproof picks, which to an extent, fine, whatever. There's not enough people that do antique picks.
And I'll second behind that, but only with Old Forester single barrel 100 proofs. They don't do enough of those either.
I mean, sure, I guess that we can add that into the conversation.
We are adding it in there.
But my point is like, I think more stores, more businesses should look at doing these because I think these are overall better than most Weller foolproof picks.
I have a tendency to agree with that. My next one is a
freebie.
Freebie. Yeah, this is a freebie. This is the high malt cast strength Chattanooga. I got this from someone who's really close to me. In both physically and emotionally, all those good things. Now, he didn't want it, so I took it. And since it's Whiskey Hall, and technically I didn't have it before the month of November, it's mine, and so I took it.
I've only had it since summer. All right, my next one. I got another Bown Disco 11. Can't explain it to you guys enough, but this is...
I feel like you're going to end up...
I'm probably going to get a few of these to back up.
I figure you're going to...
Because I feel like here in a couple years... I feel like Barstown's getting ready to go on a run with these again. And I feel like in a couple years, whenever we can't find them and people are like, man, remember that run? I'll be like, yep, here we go. Boom.
That was a good run.
And like, I think I'm not quite halfway with that, but I know there's a couple bottle shares I've been invited to. So this will get killed because most people, I think to an extent the price point will scare some people, but once you try it, you'll be like, that's actually worth buying.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I'll do this one. This is a Jack Daniel's single barrel rye. I honestly have never actually had just a single barrel rye. For whatever reason, I just usually do the barrel strengths. This is a store pick from Liquor Barn. I'm a sucker for medallion, so there is a medallion on that one. Tight little box.
You didn't even show the medallion.
Yeah, so always super happy to get like a store pick, especially one that might be decent or not decent. Yeah, the box. Who cares about the box? I mean, honestly, the medallion is. So yeah, I picked this up middle of the month.
Cool. I'm gonna say something a little controversial here for the Kingdom. The more I drink on this stag, it's the 23B.
I'll just pull mine out here too, because I got one too.
I don't enjoy it.
I'm not a huge fan.
And I think this is the first stag I've had in a long time where I'm like, I think it's starting to like, I would just say pass.
Remember,
or trade it for one that
we were at the bar the other day and tried to pour that one, and I don't know if that was a.
I think that was a dirty Glen.
Man, maybe.
I
watched her clean the Glen though. Like
I mean, she did. I don't know if there was still like residue in it and stuff.
I don't know, but
it
was,
like whenever I tried it, it was just bad.
Yeah.
And I just feel like as great as the previous, because they've had 4 this year altogether, right?
Yeah.
As great as the previous 3 have been, I think this one's bad. Like I think this one's actually going to go on like the worst whiskey I've had so far this year or something. Like
I want to try it again.
We will. I mean,
I have a tendency to agree with you. Like, it was very disappointing in comparison to the other ones that came out this year.
I agree.
It's you again.
Is it me again?
Yeah, because I brought mine out too. So, you want me to?
Do you want to wait on that one?
Whatever you want to do.
I can do this one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wouldn't be a whiskey haul without an M10. I've been thinking about that ever since I got this over at a liquor barn over at Springhurst. Shout out to my boy Paul.
Listen, you know what I end up doing when I come to Zach's house now? I just go Michter's North, and it takes me to his house because he has so many M10s in his house.
Look, they're so good. Like, honestly, my goal is to honestly just get every barrel. This is the F barrel.
Yeah.
I've been around the channel long enough. There's a couple bottles I really desire. Stag being one of them.
Yeah.
Kings being one of them. I know that's like outrageous. I get it. Old Forester barrel strengths being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
23 bourbon. That's one of them too. Like, I'm just till the end of time, we're gonna drink it and we're gonna enjoy it, we're gonna love it, and we're gonna share it. That's just how it's gonna be. So
it's so good, man. So good. I'll bring out. This is Bardstown. This is a ribbon cutting ribbon. I can't even say it. Ribbon cut reserve. That's what they.
Yeah, you said it right.
So this was like, I think, a distillery only.
I think it was the first. I think it was.
It was the very first single barrel, I believe,
from the gift shop.
From the gift shop
in Louisville.
Yeah,
I believe. It's your bottle. Why am I sitting there?
I mean, Ron. I was busy working at Ron's house, and so he was like, "Hey, here you go. You can't get this one anywhere." And you perk your ears up when you go, "Hey, you can't get this one anywhere else." So. This is a shout out to my dude Ron. He's a good dude, quickly becoming a really good friend of ours.
Oh yeah,
and
one of our people.
And so I did some work for him at his house, and he just gifted me with a bottle. So I will take it. I will never say no to a good bottle. I can't wait to open this actually and taste it.
Ron, you should feel like I've known you for what, 15 plus years?
Yeah.
Never done work for me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding ish. Good to do this one then?
Yeah.
All right. So Russell's Single Rick House, the new one. I got one from actually a local Kroger. It was a Kroger over in Prospect. They just
you probably got it for a better price than I got it.
Randomly had it out. Yeah, I think it was like 30 something. I mean, it was like around like the going price for it.
Yeah.
So whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then you can explain yours.
Yeah, mine I got from the online world. I don't actually know where it came from.
You got one whenever the wild turkey.
Yeah, whenever the wild turkey dropped. But it drops and it comes from different stores. Like one time it was a liquor barn. One time I think this one came from like Texas or something.
But not one of our liquor barns.
No,
it was
somewhere.
a totally other different liquor barn.
Yeah,
yeah. Because I just had a wild turkey delivery literally today, and it came from New Jersey.
Yeah, it's just weird how Wild Turkey decides to do that and where they let you pull their whiskey from.
But I want to go back to something though, how we've talked price point and stuff, and I feel like I'm getting ready to get people go rah 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 because we're going to talk price point with Wild Turkey this year. This sat on the shelf at a pretty popular Kroger liquor store for at least a couple days. I mean, it was like a whole case of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, they eventually all sold. But they sat there at that price point, and I think, obviously regulars would have a shot at that.
Yeah.
And then, just the randos walking in there.
Yeah.
And then, so my point is like, I do think that price point does scare people off.
Well, and here's the truth.
I mean, they did sell it, so who's really still right there? But there is something there to that.
And here's the truth with this. There is not a huge secondary market for this.
No, there's not.
And so what you pay for, I paid $337 for this.
Mm-hmm.
And give some change. I think they're going right now for $4, maybe $4-ish. So if you're getting this and not planning on drinking it, then you're spending dollars to get dimes, and that's probably not the wisest.
That's true.
Thing. So this will be popped and will be enjoyed thoroughly.
All right.
Again, it's you. because I brought mine out too. Oh, you want to go?
I ain't got a lot of other options.
Yeah.
Maker's Mark Cellar's Age. So what's crazy is this feels like Dave and I went on this tour.
We really did.
Like a year ago.
It really
and it was
does.
just at the start of the month.
Yeah, it was at the start of the month.
For everybody who doesn't know, Maker's Mark reopened up their Cellar's Age tour. We got in first day. Was it first day we were there?
It was November the 2nd, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Okay, so we were second day.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
Yeah, it was a really good
So
time.
we were there. Our buddy Tim was there. Jay was there. Was Dwight there? I think Dwight was with us.
Yep.
A couple others. Sorry if I'm forgetting you. But I mean, we had a really good tour guide.
Yeah, he was super cool.
He was cool.
Yeah.
And we just had a good time. And that was one of the better tours I've done in a very, very long time. So shout out to Maker's Mark. They really put in time and effort into it, and it was just a really great time. And, you know, those, as much as I hate driving down to Maker's Mark from where we live,
Yeah.
it was totally worth it. So if you get the opportunity to get into it, it's totally worth it.
Yeah, so true.
Let me do this one, then that one.
Sure. That's
Okay.
fine. Makes most sense.
Finally, was able to score a 2003 birthday bourbon, so now we can throw this into officially. Now we can throw this into the lot for Whiskey of the Year contention, or worst Whiskey of the Year, wherever it ends up falling. Maybe. But so Black Friday, we all know that's kind of a popular day. But Black Friday really, for us locally, is not a very big bourbon day. It's a beer day.
It is a beer
My boy, I'm surprised you didn't bring your beer.
I didn't bring it because there was I got so many. I just was like, here, after he does, I'll do my Goose Island talk.
So, but one of the stores that did do something this year, Cox's Evergreen Nulu, they did a small release and they set out stuff. They kind of just odds and ends stuff they had in the back. So I was one of the first ones down there. And just so happened they had one birthday, so it was pretty exciting. So,
and wasn't even your birthday.
It wasn't even my birthday.
Yeah. And then, so for me, like I spent pretty much all day on Friday, Black Friday, shopping around for Goose Island beer.
Yeah, because I called him. I was like, "Hey, are you down here?" You know, because we were also doing Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
On Friday, so because Saturday was just going to be a busy day for everybody.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm not busy, or I can't do it."
Yeah.
Actually, if I'm going to be fair, out of everybody who did stuff, Will actually dropped stuff too.
Yeah.
And if you found out, I mean, that bottle lasted a couple hours.
It really did.
So you actually could have made Willet.
I could have, but y'all know my feeling about Willet. So. And then the last one. Yeah. Might as well pull them to same. We both got an LE, Four Roses LE. Super excited about it. Not very often that I get to have to help the channel out. To be honest, like you know, Zach hunts in a different world than the rest of us hunt. I'm hunting for deer. He's hunting for caribou. Or
I do not want a caribou crossing.
Or bison, or whatever you want to do. But generally speaking, and was able to get us these.
That is very true. With an assist from our boy Scotty.
Yep.
That was all because he also ended up getting one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that ended up working out really well with us getting the new Four Roses LE, which I'm so excited about because I was slightly worried that I wasn't able to find one,
and we weren't going to be able to put it in Whiskey of the Year.
I think that this deserves to be in Whiskey of the Year.
Yeah, I think it definitely does, for sure.
And I was like, man, like I don't know if we're gonna get one because behind the scenes stuff or whatever. But this past week, I had some time where I was unavailable. And I know you did too. And around the time we had some unavailability, that was whenever Liquor Barn dropped Kings and Four Roses LE.
Yeah.
So we were like, dang, I guess we're not going to get Four Roses. I mean, it's one thing to miss out on King, obviously, but it's another thing to miss out on Four Roses LE as well. So, but no, this is awesome. So good job.
Yeah.
Follow through.
Yep. Every once in a while, you know how it happens. Well, tell us how your month was. And let us know what you got. We always love hearing what everybody got. It's a fun little read through comments and stuff for us. So please turn on the likes, notifications, hit that whatever, share, like, turn on the, there you go. Subscribe. There's that word. Subscribe. Like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. And we'll get that right at some point. And until the next time,
We'll see you.